Let's talk real quick about this new frame from iflight. This is the Dragon Teeth frame, and it is a low-rise, kind of, I think it's a 25 millimeter height on the standoffs here. It is an H configuration, I guess you would call it, and it's super rugged, I gotta say. It's not a lightweight frame by any means. This is absolutely the heaviest 5-inch build I've ever done, but some of that has to do with the motors that are on here as well. We'll get to those in a minute. But this is a really nice, really solid frame. There are 8 standoffs in there, and this pretty rugged 3D printed skirting on either side. It makes for an incredibly rigid box here in the center of the fuselage. When I first built this up, I actually stood on this top plate right here just to see how rugged this thing was. And there's no chance that you're going to be breaking that top plate, crashing upside down like you do with some quads I've seen with a top mount battery, and you crash upside down hard enough and the battery crushes in the top plate and crushes your shit inside. So this should not be an issue with this. It's got the HD camera mount up here, and you see the XT60 connector is solidly mounted into the top plate right there. Super slick. You've got your VTX antenna mount right there, and I just got a little cheap 600 milliwatt VTX in this for now. I had problems with my Unify Pro HV, but this is actually, it's in there real solid. I got no worries. I'll probably eventually replace that with a stubby antenna, and I did take a few minutes to do some filing and sanding on this to smooth out some of the sharp edges on the frame and prevent delamination when I crash this thing off rocks and whatnot. So yeah, that is the Dragon Teeth frame, and you know, a couple improvements could be made and just a couple little things they missed. Like I had to make a cutout there for my USB connector, and I had to do just a little bit of filing to get the tabs to fit in, but it's not bad. And honestly, I'd rather they were nice and tight than have a bunch of slop in them. So that's totally cool. One thing I would like to see, and I have been told that they may do it, and that's a version of this frame with removable or replaceable arms. So I think that would be really killer. But yeah, that is the iflight Dragon Teeth, and now let's move on to these little beauties. These are the iflight ion motors. This right here is the 2506 2450 kV, and that's part of the reason why this is such a heavy rig right here. I think these motors come in at like 40 grams a piece, if I recall, when I put them on the scale when I first got them. But yeah, so that kind of puts them somewhere in between the T1 2406 that I've used and the T-Motor F80s, which are 2408. Those are the heaviest motors I've used at like 44 grams a piece. Yeah, anyway, these motors, I'm super impressed with the performance of these motors. They're just amazing. They feel and they sound like something that you would find on a several $1,000 aerial photography drone. They're like the smoothest motors I've ever run. They don't even feel like hobby grade. They totally feel like professional grade, high-end motors. Now, these guys, iflight, they've been making high-end gimbal motors for quite a while. They have their own motor factory, so this is nothing new to them. They make kick-ass motors. They're just really now starting to make some kick-ass mini-quad motors. So, yeah, these, they're not available for sale yet, but they should be very soon. And they're making a 2205 2500 kV, a 2207 in, I want to say like a 1650 kV, and maybe a 2300 kV, something like that. And then the 2506, they're going to come in 2100 kV and 2450 kV like these. tons of punch. I've been running this mostly on 4-cell. I've run about a half a dozen 4S packs and like 4 or 5S packs, and it's honestly, it was great on 5S. The motors ran absolutely cool. They had no issues with 5S at all, but they really have plenty of power on 4S. And I like a little bit lower kV, so I'll probably go for the 2100 kV versions of these for my 5S setup. But yeah, seriously, iflight has hit it out of the park with this frame, and even more so these motors. Yeah, could not be more impressed with the. So that's it. I just wanted to give you a quick overview after I have flown a few packs on this now and gotten a feel for it. I love it. I just want to build 2 or 3 more of these to have on hand. Totally hooked. I'm going to leave you with some flight footage, and so you can get an idea of the power and efficiency of these motors. I'm getting about 4-minute flight times on a 1500 4S or a 1300 5S. I'm getting right around 4 minutes. So yeah, I'll leave you with some flight footage with the 1500 4S. I'm just going to go rip it around the pit out back here for a few minutes and give you an idea of what type of performance you can expect from these motors. All right, we'll see you next time. Peace. right, and for those of you who actually watched the whole flight video and stuck around till the end, I will tell you the all-up weight on this beast is, with a RunCam 2 strapped on top and a 1500 milliamp hour 4-cell, the all-up weight is 707 grams. Boo. Yeah, beefy. But you'd never know. These motors are so punchy, they don't care. So, alright. See you next time. Peace.